What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the Season 1 finale of everyone's favorite internet betting show, Cashball. First and foremost, I want to thank all the viewers for riding with me for the inaugural season. We had to work out the bugs and the kinks. It's been a wacky season, to say the least, for football. We almost didn't have one. So grateful that we had one. Grateful that we had a somewhat of a complete season. A couple conferences didn't get that many games in. Fresno State, my home team, didn't do that well. Only played a handful, but for the most part, we got our football fill. It has been a great college football season. It is now over. We're going to talk about our last picks. NFL, we just had our super wildcard weekend. Freaking awesome. Gonna have the super divisional weekend coming up, and then the Super Bowl. Cashball ends when the college season ends. I'm gonna go over last week's picks. We're gonna do some of the bests from the season. I'm gonna look back and do the best uniform combo from the season, the best coach spotlight, strength coach spotlight that I like the best, and we're also going to go over the best pick of the season. First and foremost, and then at the end, I'm going to do a Super Bowl pick. It's going to be off the record, unofficial, but it's just going to be a fun little pick to end the season. And then we're going to start right back up Season 2 before kickoff of 2021. So let's go over last week's picks, and then we'll go over the final tallies for the season. I finished in the green for both, which was my goal to start out. I don't feel like a total loser, but we're over 500. Just about happy with that. But last week, let's start with the best college football team of all time. We chose Alabama minus 6.5 versus Ohio State. This was easy money. This is just one of those. Alabama is too good. Ohio State kind of blew their load against Clemson. One of my confidants brought up a good point. Ohio State had the Clemson score in their locker room all season. They used that as motivation, and they couldn't quite squeeze that much more out against Bama. You just love to see excellence. You love to see Nicky Saban crack a smile for the first time in 365 days. He even shed a tear a little bit when they asked him about passing Bear Bryant, which was his idol. I think the quarantine really did Nick Saban well because it made him realize how much he loves his program, how much he loves his players, and how much he loves his number one recruiting class of all time coming in for next season. I love greatness. I love SEC football. I love Alabama winning. Undefeated season, hats off. They made us some money this year. Alabama minus 6.5. Roll goddamn Tide. So we go from the high note to end on a low note. NFL. We ended on a skid 0-3 to end the season on Super Wildcard weekend. We still ended in the positive. The first one up was Bucks Washington football team under 45.5. I'm not super pissed about this because the one thing we found out is that Brady still got it. I want TB12 to play for another 10 years because he is Captain America. When I blew my ACL out, one of the times, it's right around the time that he did, so he was a role model for me. Put me on that TB12 method. I got right back on my feet. We've been jumping on the Bucks all season, trying to capitalize. They kind of burned us, but they have the veterans, Arians at the helm. It's going to be a great playoffs. Unfortunately, they scored a little too much for this pick. And next one up, Seahawks, Rams, under 42. This one was a pleasant surprise just because I am all in on the Rams bandwagon right now. They are playing with a massive chip on their shoulder. It's not just a chip, it's a whole bag of freaking Frito-Lay, Doritos mixed with Funyuns. Goff is playing pissed. He broke his thumb. They put in the AFL guy. He got hurt. Goff's back. Ignited the team. Aaron Donald is a freak of nature. You don't want to play the Rams going forward in the playoffs. They did not hit the under. In our last pick, Steelers are frauds after all. This one kind of worried me. I should have really thought about this game a little bit more. It was a grudge match. You got Juju Smith-Schuster talking shit, dancing. Browns, I feel like once they got rid of OBJ, kind of solidified their team. People are sleeping on Baker, who, on a side note, people do claim that myself and my brother Dan do look like Baker Mayfield. I think Dan looks like him more. But don't count out the Browns. They're playing with a full head of steam. They got the Chiefs next. It'll be a good matchup. They're hungry. And bad pick on this one. And now let's go over some picks for the season. My favorite uniform pick of the season is actually a combo pick. This should come as no surprise. It is so regal, so majestic, so iconic when these two programs mix it up. Salute to service, Army, Navy. You got to tip your hat, thank them for their service, and thank whoever made these jerseys because they're freaking fire every year. Navy with the frigid tundra blue, and an Army with the classic forest green fatigues. Army Navy, it's hard to top every year. They get my vote, best uniform of the year. Next up is best strength coach of the year. We had a lot of great candidates this year. Deuce Gruden brought the heat week 1, set the tone early. But I got to give this one for this season to Coach Wilson Love of Ole Miss. This guy is the guy that you want in your locker room. High energy, high velocity. Let's take another look at Coach Wilson Love. This week's strength and conditioning coach spotlight is Coach Wilson Love. Let's take a look.
They wake you up, you sleepy, and you hear what Coach Love, you're going to wake up. You're going to wake up, you're not going to be able to sleep no more. He gets your blood flowing. That's one thing about him. His energy is contagious, and I like that because it get us going. It get us going early.
The Love Howell refers to is FAU strength and conditioning coach Wilson Love. Of all the actors on FAU's practice fields this spring, Love's sideline antics have made him one of the most noticeable. Players refer to Love as an animated bottle of 5-hour energy. Love's passion is one of the reasons he became one of Kiffin's first hires.
What are the challenges for you guys as you try to get everybody to playing shape at different levels right now?
Well, he's got to be smart, and that's our job as a strength staff. There's science to this. We're not just going to throw people out there. We're not the military. We're not in boot camp. We're here to develop kids. I don't want them coming off the field saying, "Oh, I died today." I want to come off the field and say, "Hey, I got better today. I got developed today. I know I went and 1-0 today." So that's the biggest challenge, is making sure, because everybody has different needs. Every player, because every player has had different circumstances. But right now we're fresh. We're fresh right now, but everybody's different. So it's our job as a strength staff. We got to apply everything we got to do in the science approach and make sure these guys are safe and they come out being the best version of them.
That hire was really important, and not just his energy that he brings, but his knowledge. He was helping out in the weight room, and it was like the first game, and then I went to Kirby's bar, who is that crazy dude over there? He's like headbutting. He didn't have a helmet on because he was coaching. He was a student coach or something like that, and he's headbutting defensive linemen, and I'm like, well, who is this guy?
Close and personally for this feature. But in the weight room, he's all business. His dedication, along with his unique personality, are a couple of reasons FAU players believe they will be stronger as a team.
2020, people always say, oh, this is the worst year ever. We don't look at it like that. Look at 2020 as the best year ever. Because in 2020, you learn more about yourself, you learn more how to deal with adversity, you learn how to do more of change. So be happy about 2020 with all the stuff going on in life right now. 2020, it's been something else, and these guys are getting better.
Hell of a message from Coach Love. It's been a great year for strength coaches. We highlighted a couple. Excited to get into that next year. Coach Wilson Love, congratulations. You get the award for Best Coach of the 2020 season from Cashball. Now on to the best pick of the season. Best pick of the season has to be Week 11. If you guys remember, I was driving on the west side of Fresno and I saw something and it was a sign. It was the Holy Divine Presence pick of the week and it hit. So let's take a little look at that. Week 11, best pick of the season. This last pick, sometimes once in a blue moon this will happen to me. I will get some kind of sign or maybe a vision or premonition about a pick. And it's usually 100% right. I think it was like, first one I got was like 2014, Nebraska, Wisconsin. Maybe it was like Nebraska just entered the Big Ten or something like that. And I just had a vision. I knew Wisconsin was going to run all over them, and it hit. So this one, I was driving at work, and I was in West Fresno, and I saw a guy at a car wash, actually, kind of like a recycling station / car wash, and he was pouring some cans into a trash can, and he had a shirt off, and on his back he had a full back tattoo just of a full Steelers logo that he looked like he probably got in like the 70s or 60s. I'm talking full body. And with that being said, I'm taking Steelers -10 versus the Jags. And now on to what everyone's waiting for, the tallies for the season. If you guys crunch the numbers, in college I finished 26, 23, and 3. 53%, can't go broke taking a profit. Cha-ching. NFL, similar percentage. 29 and 25 on the season with my picks. NFL is 53.7 win percentage. NCAA, I have a 53% flat. Congratulations to me. Congratulations to all the viewers watching at home. Thank you again. It's been a great season. Tune in early August. We might do a preview show or something to get everyone hyped up. But it's been a great season. Thanks again for watching. And for one last pick, unofficially, not on the ballot, going into the Super Bowl, Cashball official pick, picking the Chiefs. Mahomes and co. going for the second straight Super Bowl. Hell of a season. See you next season. Peace.